this computer. Guys, too much talking. Please stop the talking. All right, so I'm recording. Let's get to, I'll remove that. Don't worry. No stress. Just sign me out and zoom over here. All right, so if you're gonna make this, it looks like everything is on the, if I were to do this, actually, let me emphasize the no, oh, it's only -2. So just quickly, let's just do this. Let me turn this around. All right, come on, computer. All right, so here we go, something like that. And you would have gone 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Of course, because this is how it is always. And then y is his highlight, and 3. We're gonna go to 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're gonna go up to -2 and up as high as 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, and you can call that A. I like, when I do that, I like to go ahead and just, somewhere here go 2, 7, so I can see it again. And then 8, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you have a -2. So 8, -2. And then of course we do the last one, which is 5, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's all the way up here. And we can call this a C of 5, 11. All right, so that's it. That's all I asked you to do. I said, and I also told you to draw a line segment between A and B. And this is just so you can visualize stuff. Something like this. All right. So that's what I asked you to do. Super simple. You forgot the line segment? Okay. All right, it happens. It happens. Now it says, now please find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. And so that was easy. So it was 2. I would write 2, 7, and then I'll write B is 8, -2. So we have 2 plus 8 divided by 2, 7 plus -2 divided by 2. It's okay. You just moved it a little bit. It's no biggie. All right, so we do that, and again, so now within a minute or so of starting this recording, I'm already like almost done with the test. It's so easy, right? So, and the other one just 5/2, right? So agreed. So far, so good. We found the midpoint. All right, so now let's get to the part which is not the best part, but it says find the equation of the line through C perpendicular to AB. Give your answer in that form. So the key here is to determine first the slope of AB, right? So that was what we went over last class, and it would be y is 2 minus y is 1 divided by x of 2 minus x of 1, and so that's -2 minus 7 divided by 8 minus 2. So that's -9 divided by what? 6. And that reduces to -3 divided by 2. So the slope that's going to be perpendicular will just be 2/3. And now, right? Am I making any mistakes here? No.
If you didn't write like the M, like the
No, that's fine. But you should have your own little style of notation. But now, what's the point of C? What's C? It's 5, 11, if I remember correctly, right? Let's just make sure because I don't trust myself. 5, 11. So now all I do is I do the rest of the work. I use, what is this form called? Point slope, right? And then you just go ahead and y minus 11 equals 2/3 times x minus 5. Y minus 11 equals 2/3 x minus 10/3. And so it looks ugly. I'm going to go ahead and multiply everything by 3 right now because I can just add the 11 over. All right. And then just do 10/3 plus 11. but they want it in this form anyways, right? I mean, it's up to you, but like they want it in that form anyways, an ax plus by plus c form. So let me just get rid of the denominators right now. It's up to you. This is what I would do. Okay, I would just go ahead and multiply everything by 3. 3y minus 33 equals 2x minus 10, and then just rearrange everything to 2x minus 3y, and then when I add the 33 over, it's really going to be plus 23 equals to 0, and that's your answer.
Okay, if I use point A, but I showed that I understood how to do that.
Well, you get some credit, like you will get on the test for sure. For sure that.
I forgot about point B, and I used X1 from the previous edition. I used X1 and Y1 from A. No.
Okay, on my tablet, it doesn't appear.
Mister, I added the 11 over and then I multiplied by 3. Like, does that make a difference?
Well, okay, so let's go over, if you would have done it the more standard way. Your attention, please, guys. Want to make sure everybody understands. So let's say when you got to this part here, you decide to add the 11 over, right? So you end up with this. And then when you do that math, it comes out to, well, 33 minus 10 is negative 23, right? Divided by 3. If you did the math by that, if you added those together, you get negative 23 over 3. And then if you try to rewrite this, you write 2/3 x minus y minus 23 over 3 equals to 0. And then you're not allowed to have fractions. And the one with the x has to be, the coefficient with the x has to be positive. So you just multiply everything by 3 and you get the same thing no matter what. You get the same answer. Okay. So, you know, I'll check it. I'll give you points. Like in the ACE test, you're gonna get points for. But look, as you notice, it doesn't take a long time to do.
But if you got 3 wrong, no matter what happened, you totally wrong.
Yeah.
So like, right? Okay, but
Okay.
I knew what I was doing. I just used the wrong point.
Okay, so this is why. How many of you? I know you guys studied, but like. Did you really study? Okay, so let's do this.
I thought you had to cancel the variable. I don't know why. That's what.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post this video, I'll post these notes, and I'm gonna post that test. What you should do now is you should get home whenever you get a chance, maybe tomorrow, and take the test without your notes or anything, see if you can do it. And then go back to the video and be ready for another one next class, which I'm only gonna give you. If you did good on this one, then you're straight. You're still gonna take it again. All right. What I want you guys to, and I'm not gonna give you 30 minutes. I'm only gonna give you like 15. Let's just say 15 because look at this. It's like I'm rolling through it like nothing. Okay, so let's do the last one. The Are You Clever one. It says find the equation of line AB and together with the equation of you found, what the hell did I write there? That you found in part 3, find the point of intersection. Was it that bad? Okay, so we're going over together, and so I'm gonna go ahead and post the video. I'm gonna also post this test and the notes, so you guys can study, so that come Monday, you take this test, different numbers, and this time it's gonna go in the grade book for 2 grades.
Yeah, I go back and read it, see how you.
So this one's not gonna be for grade?
It's just the same test, right? It's gonna be very similar. I might add a "Are you clever part.
So is this one gonna be for grade?
I'm not gonna put it into that. Who here got an A for sure? All right, so if you got an A, then you got your A. Get it again. So let's go ahead and do the last one. Are you clever? Find equations. So we found it's nice that I did it the nice way over here. Like if you come over here, like on the blue, you notice that I wrote y equals 2/3 x minus 23/3.
Yeah.
So that's the equation.
Oh my God.
To do this problem, we want to have it like that. Yes. Be careful. So I would like to make sure that, and I don't know why it keeps on highlighting everything, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let me see, unhighlight. Okay, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna write y equals to 2/3 x minus 23/3. This is the equation of AB for sure. So now it says, find the point of intersection. So it says, find the equation of line AB and together with the equation you found in part 3. No, this is not,
Okay, that's the one that you found.
no, sorry. This is the perpendicular one. So this is the equation of the perpendicular one. Equation of C. You just say the one that's C. So this one, if we did this one here would be as if we drew a perpendicular line here and it crossed that guy. Right? So now we have to make an equation for AB. And then we set them equal to each other. Does that make sense? So now, so that's the equation from C to AB. So now we're going to figure out, we need to figure out AB, the equation for AB. And then we're set them equal to each other, find that point. And once we found that point, we're going to take the distance. We're going to figure out the distance from C, 511, to that point we found, and we're done with the question. So A, I think the points for A were 2,7. And for B would have been 8, -2. So the first thing is do that equation. So let me do it quickly. Obviously the slope here, MAB, is, I already think we already figured that out. It was a -3/2. So that's -3/2. And then I'm going to go ahead and go y minus 7 equals -3/2 times x minus 2. So y minus 7 equals -3/2 x plus 6/2. That's not bad numbers at all. Y minus 7 equals, I'll scroll it up, -3/2 x plus 3. And we add the 7 over, we should get 10, right? So we should get y equals -3/2 x plus 10. So y equals -3/2 x plus 10. I think that's correct, right? So now we can set these two guys equal to each other so we can get the point of intersection. It might be horrible numbers, I don't know. So we got 2/3 x minus 23/3 equals -3/2 x plus 10. Now, you know, you might want to, depending how you like to work with fractions. I don't like working with fractions. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. I can multiply everything by 6 right now, and I get rid of most of my fractions, or all of my fractions actually. Right? If I multiply everything by 6, my fractions are gone. But at some point when I'm done, I still have fractions. It looks like it. Or I can work with the fractions. What do you guys want to do? All right, so it's super simple. It's 2/3 x plus 3/2 x must equal 10 plus 23/3. You saw what I did there? 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. And the other side is 30 plus 23/3. I'm doing crisscross happy face. Crisscross happy face. That's what I'm doing there. So that's 13 divided by 6x equals 53/3. Multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. Yeah. And now this cancels, obviously. So your x equals to, well, that's 53 times 2 divided by 13. Which is 106 divided by 13. And 106 divided by 13 equals 8.15, but I'm gonna leave it like that. Does that, it doesn't reduce nicely, so we'll leave it like that. Is that what you guys got?
No.
No. So now that we did that, we just find the y. So the y, so this, let me just write this down here. That's approximately 8.15. So now let's go back to any of the original ones. I'll write it here. I know today I'm being kind of sloppy because I'm kind of in a hurry, actually. So I'll go at y equals to 2/3 x minus 23 over 3 minus 23 over 3. As we have y equals to 2/3 times 106 over 13 minus 23 over 3. So 106 times 2 is 212 divided by 13 times 3 is 39 minus 23 over 3. It's just horrible set of numbers here. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so that doesn't reduce nicely. So a pasar trabajo. I mean, if I use my, where's my calculator? Okay. I can use my calculator y no paso trabajo. You want me to do it by hand?
Yeah.
I mean, even doing it by hand, I should use a calculator. I can do it by hand, but it's like, really? So if I do it by hand, the process is like this. Say you don't have a sophisticated calculator, 200, come on, computer. Yeah, well, this is like a miniature computer. 212 times 3, that's a 636. And then you have 39 times 23, that's minus 897. I don't like that. That looks ugly to me. You know why it looks ugly to me, right? Because I can't get a negative number there. 39 times 3, that's 117. And I don't think the point of intersection there is going to be a negative number. The point of intersection there has to be a positive number. That's why we have that sketch. The point of intersection is going to be somewhere around here, right? So I don't like that at all. And in fact, my X feels super wrong now. Did I write everything correctly? No, there might be something wrong here. Say again. I'm looking here plus, all right, so let's just make sure our formulas are correct. Y minus 7, and this is how you can tell. You immediately tell, hey, there's something wrong there. Oh my gosh. That's what happens when you scroll up and scroll down constantly. Okay, so my slope is correct. There. Yes, this is right. 3 add to 3. Yes, minus 3/2 x plus 10 looks good to me. And then when I set them equal to each other, if I added this correctly, there, I saw the mistake. It's right here. No, it's not right there. All right, it's not right there because when I add this over, yes?
Mr. Granado needs you to sign this.
Oh, of course, I'm gonna sign it. Because they're making a big deal about, about this nonsense. Yeah.
There's other pages.
More? I got multiple pages that I didn't sign in for? Yeah, it's possible.
It's like by month, so yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the day. It's just you forget to sign in because it's one stupid. They should just make it just sign normal. This is for the audit they're having.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Be careful. Okay, guys, check to see if I'm checking. I don't see 10 plus, because imagine 23 divided by 3 that I have to restart everything all over again. That's 53 over 3. And 53 over 3, that's 17.767. All right, so there's something weird happening here. 10 plus 23 over 3. Okay, so there's something really wrong here. All right, guys. Let's go back to the original part here. We gotta go up to the top, and I got 10 minutes to go. Okay. So the question becomes, is this the correct equation to C to AB? Use 2/3, and we carefully did this here. I was being kind of careful. Then this one here, I'm using that. Okay. That looks okay to me. So, Gordon. So, where are things not being kosher right now? So 2/3 minus 23 over 3, that would be, yes, equals to -3/2 x plus 10. So let me just carefully confirm that if I put -1.5 times 2 minus plus 10, sorry, plus 10, I get 7. And if I put -1.5 times 8, I get -12 plus 10, I get -2. So this indeed, so right here, this is good. Now I should check that the other one, 2/3 x minus 23 over 3, that indeed, when I put a 5 in there, I should get an 11. So 2 divided by 3, okay, times 5 is 10/3 minus 23 divided by 3, and I get -13 over 3. So there's something wrong with that. So there's something wrong with a 2/3 minus 23 over 3. There's our problem. So now I go up, and I got the 2/3 minus 23 over 3 from our top part. So let's go back. So let's take a look at this right now. So we agree that the slope to the AB is as -3/2. If you do the reciprocal of that, it's 2/3. Fine. And we're using 511. So y minus 11 equals 2/3 x times x minus 5. That is correct right there. Now, where I decided to get fancy was in that part there, but who cares? So let's go ahead and come to this part here. So we're right here. Let's analyze that part. Y minus 11 equals 2/3 x minus 10/3. Good. I add the 11 over. If I take negative, there it is. You see it? -10 divided by 3. And I add 11, I should get 23 over 3. Anyway, I did it right. But it should be positive. That's it. This part here should be positive. All right, and I should have noticed it because when I rewrote it here, this should have come out positive because it has to be the same exact thing as that guy. So when I come down here to this part, all I gotta do to make sure all this is good is change this to a positive. So do you see how important signs are? So you can't mess up on your signs because you're gonna get points, but it's awful. So now this changes like this, you see? And that changes the whole everything because it makes a difference because you just change the y-intercept. So now you could not find that mistake unless you're doing all your work like I did right there. So if you're not being careful and doing your work, and again, my work right there is pretty sloppy, but let's go ahead and fix that right there because we still got to get that point, and then we got to find this format, and I got to give you your papers back, and I got to post this, and I got to blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's go ahead and work with the, so it's 2/3 x plus 3/2 x. But now on the other side, we have 10 minus 23 over 3. And for the sake of time, and I already did this, 2 divided by 3 plus 3 divided by 2, it's some number. It's 13 over 6, 13 over 6x. And 10 minus 23 divided by 3 is 7/3. And now when I multiply by the reciprocal, 6/13, we're going to get a much more palatable number that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and multiply 7/3 by 6 divided by 13. And it's going to be x equals 14/13, which makes kind of perfect sense. Well, I put it in my calculator, and my calculator said it was positive, but let's review it together. So 10 times 3 is 30. 1 times negative 23 is negative 23 divided by 3. So it comes out to 7/3 here. So that's where this guy, you see what happened? That's where this guy comes from. Oh, no, the reciprocal is 6/13. But if we were doing the perpendicular, we're doing that, that's different. Okay. So now we've got the x, and now we're going to find the y quickly, and this because we only have 5 minutes of class. So we got y equals to 2/3 times 14/13 plus, not minus, 23/3. And we just go ahead and use the calculator to do this quickly. 2 times 14 divided by 39 plus parentheses 23 divided by 3, and it comes out to y equals 109/13, which is approximately, let me just go ahead and just highlight it. It's something, it's 8 point, and then which makes sense to me from the picture we drew. So your point of intersection is 14/13, 109/13, which is something ridiculous. It's okay, you round it. Some of you might have wanted to use decimals, and that's fine, but when you use decimals, you're gonna have error.
No, yeah, but like, I put the fraction also, but
Okay.
I also put that on the side.
That's fine. It's preferable to leave it in fractions. And now we do our distance formula. So our distance formula will be between, well, remember, it's distance equals x of 2 minus y's x of 1 squared plus y's of 2 minus y's of 1 squared. Shh, ladies, please pay attention. So this is the point of intersection. So I have 5, 11, and we have 14/13, 109 divided by 13. So we proceed. Distance equals the square root of 14/13 minus 5 squared plus 109/13 minus 11 squared. And now we have so we have 14 divided by 13 minus 5 raised to the second. So the calculator says this here is 2,601 divided by 169, some ridiculous number like that. 109 divided by 13 minus 11. And then, of course, make sure this is in parentheses, highlight this answer, square it, and it comes out to 1,156 divided by 169. And then if I add those two, 2,000 this plus this, get that. This gives me that it is the square root of 289/13. And then we take the square root of that answer, and we get that it's 17 square root of 13/13, which in turn, if I just give an estimate, it's about 4.71. You happy?
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right. So wait, let me just show it because nobody's seen anything that's happening. And that's it. All right, so who here, So. I'll grade it. It's there, but don't you want to take pictures of your paper to see what mistakes you made, or that doesn't matter? All right, so here. Take pictures. Leave them there. I'll grade them, and I'll put the grades in temporarily until you retake 2 grades. And then I want you guys to do better next class. And I want you to build yourself up so you can do questions like that. Where are you going? That's sometimes not easy, right? Is it easy? What's Bender do nowadays?
I think Benjamin is.
Who's doing the swim? Is Paula jumping to the pool with you guys?
Mister.
Guys, take pictures of your test. So just study this. Oh my gosh, you're still recording. Nobody says anything. Except till now. All right. Take care. Have a great weekend. Stay alive. And the meeting.